everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much to everyone who has already subscribed. I've been so happy to be getting some subscribers and also having your lovely comments. It really means a lot. And for my video today, I wanted to start us off with doing what I'm calling my summer favourites. So you might have heard of like the YouTube series of monthly favourites where people share each month their highlights of the month in terms of products they've enjoyed using or books they've enjoyed reading, TV, films, etc. The list goes on. And my friend Emily Bunton, who has been doing a YouTube channel for over a year now, she does this and I really enjoy watching her monthly favourite videos. So thank you so much, Emily, for inspiring me. And I will link her channel. I'll put her at here maybe. I decided to do summer favourites because I wanted to share some of my favourite items and things that I've been using since June, because in June I was in Ireland for the month and I wanted to share some of the things I loved from when I was in Ireland and then going into the rest of the summer. So that's what I'm going to do. Also, just to say my background, you might be thinking, what is this background? I'm hoping to film most of my future videos possibly in my bedroom, and I'm getting like a new backdrop there at the moment, which I'm really excited for. It's just like I've got a decoration there at the moment and I'm going to change it to a different thing. At the moment it still says congrats grad from when I graduated in October. My mum put up this like thing for me, which is really cute. I'll show you it to show you what I mean. She put that up and I've just kept it up kind of like to remind me, you know, yes, I graduated. That was something I wanted to do for a long time and I finally did it, and to kind of celebrate that I've kept it up. But now I left drama school like over a year ago. I'm like, okay, it needs to change to something else now. So that's actually, I've ordered it and it's on its way. So I will be filming there probably my next video. But for now, I'm in mine and my dad's office. As you can probably tell, it was mainly my dad's. Well, how would you be able to tell? But my dad is the big West Ham fan in the family. If you're not a West Ham fan, please don't let that derail you from watching my videos. Okay, anyway, let's get cracking and start with the monthly favourites for June. So I am gonna basically be sharing some of my favourite products that remind me of Ireland when I was there. It would be hard for me to talk about products from Ireland without talking about, I want you to guess. Tell me what you think, Let me know in the comments what you guessed. The first thing I'm gonna talk about is Barry's tea. Mate, it's good. I have quite a bit of Barry's tea here with me. Actually, I didn't get this time that we went to Ireland. I think one of my aunties like ordered it and sent it to us or something. And we've just really made it last because we don't drink it that much in our house. For me, it's because number one, I had decaf Barry's tea because I've mainly been drinking decaf. And also like, I suppose we would keep, before I went to Ireland, I was keeping this special. I didn't want to like drink too much of it, I guess, because I wanted to keep it. I have decaf Barry's tea, which is what I drank in Ireland. Me and my cousin would drink tea all the time. We'd have so much tea, we'd just keep putting the kettle on and have another cup of tea. I tend to drink decaf tea more nowadays because of like getting headaches, and sadly I brought one home with me and obviously I tried to kind of make it last. I've only got one left. I've got one and I've not drank it. I'm keeping it. But really good. Also, like my cousin works for Barry's tea, so she gave me some teas as well to take home. Some herbal tea from Barry's. Also, sorry, if you've not been to Ireland or you haven't heard of Barry's tea, it's just like, I suppose what is it for us here? We would like have either PG tips or Yorkshire tea. Barry's tea is like the most, at least in Cork where I was, like that's the one. That is the one that most people would go for. So I've got peppermint, Barry's tea, peppermint, organic, purity, which I think should be called pure tea. Oh dear, sorry. Okay, you guys will get used to me. I'm not going to be able to pronounce the herbs that are in this, but it's got fennel, aniseed, coriander, and cardamom. Cardamom. Can you see that? I don't know what that is. That's what it looks like. How do you say, I'm not even going to try and say it. How do you say that? All I know is it tastes really nice. So that my Barry's teas. And then of course you have to talk about Taytos. Again, These Taytos are the last ones I found in our snack drawer. Don't know if we have more in the cupboard, but if they're the last ones, that's a big deal. I think I've maybe hidden some salt and vinegar ones somewhere, because I don't know, or have I eaten them? I like literally I bought so many packets of Taytos, which again, they're like really famous crisps. Like, you know, in England, the most popular might be, not necessarily the favourite, but like the most popular might be Walker's, or the one you think of first, I don't know. Whereas like in Ireland, Taytos are the crisps, like Taytos is where it's at. So like, yeah, cheese and onion crisps. They taste a bit like Walker's, but I'd say more strong, like more cheesy. But Taytos as well, which I didn't realise before this time of going to Ireland, I don't think. Not only do they do, so cheese and onion is like the original flavour, but then they also have salt and vinegar and prawn cocktail. I knew that, I think. I at least knew about the salt and vinegar because they're really nice. I actually really like them, they're my favourite. But they also have like different types of crisps under the Tayto brand. So like they have these crisps called Hunky Dories, if you know what I'm talking about. They were my absolute favourite, the buffalo flavour, right? Now vegetarian. Oh, that's so nice. What I was going to say is all my family love them at home. Like my mum's got 4 sisters. All 5 of those girls, they love their Taytos. So I was like, I'm going to buy them all some, as well as my nan and granddad, as well as my friend. So I bought like quite a lot of multi-packs of 12. And then when I counted how many there were all together, bear in mind, I'm flying home from Ireland on my own. I just remember having so much to carry, like it was crazy. And I was like, are these crisps going to like pop in the plane as well? If I counted the amount of individual bags of Taytos I had with me, I think it equated to like 114. And that wasn't really for me. That was mainly for my family and stuff. So don't come at me. Another thing that I loved was my cousin, so sweet. They had me to stay with them, right, for a month. And they got me a present, like, for staying with them. They were so lovely and just looked after me so well. And yet they got me something, and I absolutely love it. When I came back from Ireland, I was very emotional about it. Yeah, it was really emotional. I'll talk about that as well. I maybe would like to do another video more in depth about my time in Ireland. Like, they got me this necklace, and it was so special when they gave it to me. It's an Irish brand called Newbridge Silverware, and it's like a little treble clef. I don't know how to show you this very well. I might have to take a picture of it. Anyway, you can kind of see, it's so sweet. So to be able to have this jewellery that, number one, is really special to me because of my connection to music and singing, but also its connection to Ireland is really special for me. So then these little earrings as well. Really love those, and I'm doing a show tomorrow. I'm going to wear them. And it's kind of one of those things now where I feel like it'll be really special to wear for certain things like that. I barely took it off when I first got home. The last thing I've got as one of my favourite items from Ireland is this CD. It's called Songs for a Beautiful City, and it's by Jimmy Crowley. It's full of basically folk songs written by Jimmy Crowley, who's a traditional Irish musician. And a lot of his songs that he's written are about life in Cork. I went to Cove, which is, what would you call it, like the harbour town? And it's where the cruises dock. And it's also where the Titanic had its last docking. But anyway, when I went there, it was so special because I like walked past this pub and they were going to be playing traditional Irish music. So I went in to listen, and it just absolutely got me. Like, I was sat in there for a couple of hours. I didn't expect to. I thought I'd just go listen to the music for a while. And I'm sitting there and I could hear them singing about, I won't say the area, but like I could hear them singing about a certain area, which is where my family are from, or like where my granddad was from, and like the church he used to attend as a kid. And I was like, that is so crazy, because bear in mind, we weren't near that place really. We were like a 30-40 minute drive away from that place. And I was like, did you just say that? Because it was in a quiet part of the pub. I didn't know this guy was like a famous musician either at this point. And it was quite quiet at the start, and so I was just chilling there on my own, like a few people around, and I'm chatting to them when they, you know, in between the songs they chat to the audience, and I was like, did you just say that? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, that's where my granddad used to go to church. And I was talking to them then about that, and it was really special. And then it was also funny because like the other musician, he was actually from the place where I was staying in Ireland at that time too, which again wasn't nearby, so it was just like these funny things. Then Jimmy Crowley started talking about a song he'd written about Fords in Dagenham, which is where his father had gone to work. And I was like, my granddad went to work there too, which I know a lot of people from Ireland did move to Dagenham to work in Fords, my granddad included. That's kind of he moved to England to get work and work there. But it's got a really special connection for me because I did the musical Made in Dagenham, and that musical is about a true story in the Ford factory in Dagenham when the women went on strike in 1968 for equal pay and for fair grading, pay grading. So it was a really special time for me when I did that show, because that's a whole other story. But like, I'd literally prayed to do that show, and 3 of my grandparents worked at Ford Dagenham, as well as 1 great grandparent. And the day they announced that we were doing that show at Italia Conti was the day of my nan and granddad's 60th wedding anniversary, and they met through Ford's Dagenham. So it was just like absolutely crazy. And I didn't think it would ever be the show that we did in our 3rd year, because they'd done it a few years before, so I didn't expect it to be repeated. So it just felt like such a miracle. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd prayed for that and that happened, and so it was really special. So then I'm sitting in this pub in Ireland and he starts singing about it. Like, one of the songs is called the Dagenham Foundry, and my granddad worked in the foundry in Fords Dagenham. So yeah, so this CD, when I came home as well and I was missing Ireland, it would really comfort me to like play his music. I had one more thing I wanted to show too, which was a candle that my other cousins very kindly got me, and they said, you know, when you're missing Ireland, you'll be able to smell it. It's a beautiful like Irish sea smell. I couldn't find it before this video, so maybe I'll put a picture up, or just trust me, it smells nice and it's really nice. I knew that when I was coming home, we were going to the ABBA concert, and I was like, if I'm going to this concert, I need to look the part. I really wanted to get an outfit and go to town with it. And I was looking at outfits and stuff, but I just wasn't finding anything I wanted to wear. My friend suggested that I made my own bell-bottom trousers. So I made this a challenge, like a mission for myself, when I was in Ireland, because I didn't have time to sort it out beforehand. So while I was there, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do. And it actually took hours of searching, but I eventually found some flared jeans. And then I went to a material shop and they helped me choose the material, and I found a seamstress who would make it for me. It took a lot longer than that like 1 minute it took me to explain, but I'll show you the trousers. So, I mean, these are the bell bottoms here, you can see. So I got a top that was like this, made out of this material to wear as my top. And then I got another one of the tops to make the trousers so that it was matching. I'll show you a picture so you can see what I mean. But yeah, these were the trousers, and I've actually worn them twice now, because I wore them to the Mamma Mia party as well. And I forgot to, charity shop tops. My favourite outfit of the spring/summer was this top, which I got in a charity shop. It's really hard to show you because it, like, you know, you have to tie it around to show you, but yeah. Then I also got this too, which is really comfy and really nice. Both of those cost literally a few quid, like, so good. I bought this as a potential ABBA top, because you see like this little belt, like it ties through the belt, you know, like that kind of vibe. It gave me like Mamma Mia ABBA vibes. So yeah, there's a few tops that I bought. I also wanted to show the books I read on holiday. As you can see, I've had a costume change. I'm afraid that I didn't end up finishing filming the whole video. Last time I was filming, I had a sore throat. I think that's what happened, yeah. And I was just like, I've got to stop right now. But I haven't got much longer of this video left. I've just got a couple more things I wanted to show you to wrap up my summer favourites. So as I was speaking about, I went on holiday to Italy and it was really, really lovely. And I don't know about you, but I find that it's difficult sometimes for me to put aside the time to read at home. I just don't do it. Whereas when I'm on holiday, I love doing that. We'd not been on a holiday of that type where you lay by the pool and read a book in a long time, and it was just so nice to do that. I do just want to say, with both these books I'm talking about, do check the trigger warnings, because for both of them there are trigger warnings. So make sure you check that if that is something that would be helpful for you. And you can also contact me directly and ask me about the trigger warnings if you want some information before reading the book. Then please do give me a message. I'd already started reading this, called The Midwife, and I finished it while I was on holiday. This, I loved it so much. If you do know me, you'll probably know that Call the Midwife is my favourite TV show. I absolutely love it.
and it's a dream of mine to be on the TV show one day. So if the Lord wills, I would love to be on that, please God. But yes, I finally read the true memoir that the TV series is based on, written by Jennifer Worth, who was a real midwife working in the East End in the 1950s. And so it was really cool to read this book and to be like, I remember that episode, and wow, that actually happened in real life. And also hear the way the characters are described, because it makes me realise how good the casting is for the TV show, because it's like this book was describing the character as though the character on the TV show came first, but obviously it's a real person who's described in this book, and the actors represent these real people so well. So that really excited me. Really enjoyed reading this. Absolutely brilliant. And this one is the Kelly sisters. Now, I bought this over a year ago when I was on holiday. Where did we go? I went to a caravan park with my friends. We went in a charity shop and I saw this book, but it was so cheap. I think I paid maybe like less than £2 for this book, by Maureen Lee, and it's called The Kelly Sisters. And basically it's a book about three sisters. Their dad is a bit of a crook, and it's in the 1920s. They're living in Dublin. Their father tells them that they're going to move to Liverpool. And I'm not giving anything away here that it doesn't say on the back, but they soon find out that they're not actually going to move to Liverpool. They're moving to New York. So the story unravels and you get to hear about their lives in New York. It follows them kind of as they're growing up there. The story is great and it just immerses you in the world of 1920s New York. It was really, really good to read. And I'm actually going to New York soon, so it was making me excited for that. Of course, I'd also been in Ireland, so those kind of links. There was also some Italian links in the book, and I was in Italy at the time, so that was really nice. It was a real treat. It's inspired me to try and read more. I have got a book that I'm currently reading, so maybe if I do another monthly favourites video, I'll let you know about that one too. Okay, so finally, the last couple of things I want to speak about is, number one, podcasts. I love listening to them. I don't have a vast repertoire of ones that I listen to. I tend to listen to the same couple of people. So if anyone has any recommendations, please do let me know. But I'll let you know my two favourites that I was listening to throughout the summer, and I've listened to them for quite some time. The first is As For Me and My House, which is by Milena Cicciotti and Jordan Cicciotti. I watch Milena on YouTube. I absolutely love her, and she also has this podcast with her husband. I've probably been listening to this for a long time. They're a Christian married couple. They have a lovely, beautiful family. And then there's Whoa, That's Good podcast by Sadie Robertson. She interviews guests on the show, and they're usually people within Christian media, I guess. So authors, songwriters, you name it. There's so many different interesting people she interviews, and they're always speaking about something that's very tangible and relevant to your own life. And the same As For Me and My House. I feel like you can always relate it to things in your own life, which I really enjoy. So yes, and I just wanted to finish with adding, I don't know if this is a thing people do in monthly favourites, but I wanted to add in my monthly or summer favourites one of my favourite days out of the summer. I had a few days in the summer that I really enjoyed actually, and it was interesting this summer because, to be honest, it was my first working summer, whereas before I've always had like the summer holidays. So that was interesting, and there was lots that happened work-wise and personally, so it wasn't the same as everything just being about summer and about the summer holidays. But when I looked back on pictures, I thought, oh, we had some really nice times. It's hard to pick a favourite because I'm just thinking of other things we did too that were nice. But one of my favourites, and I think it was a really summery thing to do, is I went with my friend to sunflower fields in Chelmsford near us. And I just loved doing that. It's something that I've wanted to do for a couple of years. I've missed before the kind of cut-off point of when you need to get them, because it's better to go earlier in the summer to see the sunflowers. So this year I finally got to do it, and it was so nice. And I think especially because at the time there was a lot going on, and I thought, oh, it's so nice that I've just taken the time to do a nice thing and to do fun things. Just to be able to do that and go and walk around this sunflower field with my friend and take pictures and pick sunflowers and chat together, have a hot drink. That was a really, really nice day. I don't know about you, but not that I'm saying anything against the other seasons, summer is definitely my favourite season ever. I love summer, but I'm also looking forward to each next season and all that's to come within those seasons. Hope you've enjoyed this video. I've got lots planned for my future videos, and I've got a lot to update you on too, because there's been some big life updates recently. In my next video, I will tell you all about that. And I just thank you so much for watching this. I hope you've enjoyed it, because I personally enjoy chatty videos like this. I might be multitasking, doing something around the house, and I just like to have something on in the background, a chatty video. Please do let me know what you would like to see from this channel, because as I said, I've got so many ideas and I want to keep it fresh and keep a variety of things. Have a lovely day, and I'm sending you loads of love, and I'll see you soon. God bless, bye.